minimize OBS.
Trying, it's not. That's not coming through quite yet. Trying. Come on, damn it. client is taking forever to load.
Well, bud, we are live now, and drafts are starting. Holy
So wait, is this on the recording too?
fucking.
Hi guys, I would, comment on stuff, but I can't see anything. League client is still updating. I was kind of a last minute decision. So, hi guys, I'm Hypertension. I'm here with Teej. I did pronounce that correctly, didn't I?
Yes, yes, yes. It is going to be
Awesome.
an interesting stream. I can tell you that.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, hey, I've got client. I
Nice.
have client. Wait. Oh, you guys could have given me the pro draft thing.
Oh, true, true. Well, we have KMB versus ANI, and KMB has banned Anivia and Azir, and ANI has banned Zaya and Nunu so far.
Go ahead and give me the pro draft link.
I will. Shoot.
Right. Sorry about, like I said, lack of commentary, guys. We were trying to get me into the pro draft lobby and all that sweet jazz. In the meantime, just listen to the lovely sound of my voice
Why are
and
you
just
banning?
enjoy it.
What the? Oh, that.
All right, and no one can hear Tej on the stream. Apparently, you do not have your microphone added
What?
in OBS,
What?
but we will handle that.
No, no, no.
So the one person who can
It
talk,
has to be.
uh, the one person who can talk, uh, can't see. The one person who can see can't talk. This is awesome. All right, so we're into that final pick. KMB missed a ban? Is that correct, or is that a placeholder?
I'm checking the chat. No, they missed a ban. Oh wait, no, they said Zyra. It was a Zyra ban.
Zyra ban. So they started off by picking Jarvan and then Jinx and Sejuani for ANI. How do you think these picks stack up right now in this meta?
I definitely like the Nunu ban and Azir ban because they are busted right now. Like they have to be banned or picked. They're so good, especially with the new W buffs and Azir.
Yeah, most certainly Nunu is a little bit strong right now. I cannot believe I just said that because that champion is garbage. But yeah, right now Nunu surprisingly strong. We see Tristana and Jinx on the bottom lane. Tristana, you're used to seeing these days. I'm not as used to seeing Jinx in this sort of situation. Care to comment on that?
Yeah, I definitely think it's interesting. I mean, I would definitely like the Tristana over the Jinx.
Also, it does not appear that the graphic is properly aligned in the
God,
stream.
it does, doesn't it?
All right,
We can get
so
that fixed.
moving on to the next pick, we have Leona and then Tom Kench, the two supports coming out. Tom Kench and Leona, two very priority picks that are also heavily banned. What do you think about these slipping through the draft?
I definitely like the Tompkins response from Leona. Definitely, that's a good choice always.
And an Ornn ban, of course. I was sort of surprised that Sejuani and Jarvan were picked over Ornn in the situation when I think both of them would have been up after the second, say before the second rotation would have hit. Karma as another ban, oddly targeting the support spot here, are both of them. Also, your mic is a little bit low according to the chat.
Of course it is. Fuck me.
Are you there?
Yeah, I am there. It should be better now.
All right. Well, now we are moving on to that last pick with a Maokai also being banned. Maokai being strong since his thing. I say since his last update. Who do you think would be a good pick in this situation?
I would definitely like them to pick their top mid lane. Oh, I would pick their top laner here and save the mid picks for Nafo. But I guess they'd rather kind of pick top lane because with top lane's very interesting right now since you can go bruiser or tanks and you can pick the very powerful counter laner to the top laner.
Most certainly, that Galio pick. Galio hasn't quite been as meta as he used to be. When he reworked, when he got reworked, he became the strongest top lane in the game. Then he sort of got nerfed into oblivion. But we are going to see a Galio here and a Talia, not a champion I've commonly seen used to try and counter Zoe. What do you think about that?
Hmm. I guess it's interesting. It looks like they have the Galio Jarvan combo with the Talia, where they can roam a lot. I'd be expecting a lot of bot dives.
Yeah, so the bot dives are coming in. Oh, please give me that Urgot. Please give me that Urgot. I love watching an Urgot go to work. And will it be? It is an
Please,
Urgot.
oh,
You know, guys, what we've got here? We've got a case of shotgun knees.
and it's a good pick into the Galio, definitely. It counters it and everything. Just the only
Most
weakness is
certain.
immobile and open to J4 ganks early.
Also, do not forget to invite me. Oh wait, crap! I forgot. I've got to invite myself. I've got to join the custom lobby. I forgot about that. My apologies.
Yeah, did you get Bastion's
Uh,
message?
not quite yet. Going in, joining. The game is full. Tell them one of them to move.
One spot should be open. They're waiting for you, I'm pretty sure.
It is not letting me through. There we go. Finally, the Rock has come back. Sorry, had to make the joke. All right, guys, we are here. We are doing it. So, which team is? Oh wait, never mind. I see Bestrid, so I know that one is A and I.
Yes, it is A
Also,
and I.
I get to absolutely poop on karaoke. This is going to be great. Oh wait, I can't. I'm a play-by-play caster. So yeah, looking at these compositions here, what do you really expect out of these teams in this game?
I'd be expecting major team fights. Like whoever team fights all game, I would expect. I would expect.
All right. Do you see any champions really being influential in these fights?
I definitely think the Tom Kench, that's always a key figure, especially if the Jinx ain't got Leona, J4, and Galio. I mean, Chazar has to perform on it, or it's pretty much a useless pick.
Yeah, most certainly. I can definitely see that. And they are now going into the actual clients draft right now, as we are seeing Karaoke Machine Broke just do out their standard band, try and make their picks. One thing I'm looking at for these things, could you possibly put the drafts back up on the screen? That way they can the audience can see the picks.
Of course I can. Hope I
Yep.
closed it.
Also, on the graphic, it
Fuck.
appears that the logos for Aim and Ignite and Karaoke Machine Broke are reversed.
What?
Whatever.
They
It was
are.
it was a rush job, guys. Don't fault us too much for production quality. All right. So one thing I'm looking at in this thing is sort of like the mobility of each team. I see a Zoe, I see an Urgot, I see a Jinx on the side of ANI versus KMB, who have Talia, Jarvan, Galio, Tristana, Leona. There's a lot of mobility, a lot of team fight presence for KMB. What do you think on that?
What? Sorry, can you repeat? I'm moving everything.
I said I think the mobility and engageability of KMB could be really dangerous in this game. How do you see that going?
Yeah, they definitely do have the better engage. I feel, especially the Galio Dreyfort, like I was saying. Like it's so good, especially since they don't have the most mobile champions, A and I.
Yeah, they really don't. Between Urgot, Zoe, and Jinx combined, only one of them has an actual movement ability, not counting Zoe's ultimate because it returns her to the place where she was. So looking at that, I if correct me if I'm wrong, but I see two very different compositions. Obviously, KBM is a team fight wombo, but it seems like ANI is much more pick focused, much more individual focused. Sort of like protect the Jinx in this situation while also dealing out damage with as many people as possible.
Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, we saw the Tom Jinx combo be super popular in the 2016 World Championship. Like,
Most You mean 2017, correct?
no, 2016. 2016.
Okay, I thought. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You're doing a callback there. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
callback.
yeah. I would say he was also especially popular in the 2015 World Championship, just after he had released, because this is back when Devour made him move much faster than he currently does. And I remember that was actually one of the biggest combinations of that tournament was the Jinx Tom Kench that almost beat Fnatic in that group pulled out by AHQ. So now looking at this, Zoe has been kind of crippled lately, especially by the professional play that's shown. It's like she isn't broken by any stretch. She just is annoying and frustrating, but she does have a degree of counterplay. What do you think that this Talia could do to counterplay the Zoe?
I just really try not to get hit by this sleepy trouble bubble. Like, just stay behind the minions and be aware of like where she is. And
Sleepy Trouble Bubble, one of the best name abilities. I was named abilities. Period.
because people will not notice the trap and they will step on it. So all the other A&I players need to notice that, especially in team fights.
Most certainly. And also here, what should I say? That Sleepy Trouble bubble, I don't think it will trap nearly as many people at this elo because this is the highest elo. This is Champions League, from what I've been told. So this is I should kind of expect it. Also, this is one of the few chances I actually get to crap on my bosses. So Bestrin, know that I still love you, Daddy, but at the same time, you will not be spared. Karaoke machine, I'm just gonna go hard on you. I'm sorry. Okay, but speaking of going hard on it, let's look at this top lane real quick. That Urgot pick and the Galio pick. Galio in this meta. What do you think?
I definitely think it's an interesting pick. Like, I wouldn't be expecting it at all. Like, if I was A&I, kind of still wondering like why they wanted to pick it. I guess it was for the J4 combo, but you definitely could have picked like an Ori instead, which would have been way better, and got like a Maokai.
Maokai was banned at the time.
Oh, true. Well, he wasn't banned till second phase, so I guess you could have picked it earlier. Yeah.
No, I would say yeah. With Galio being picked,
Yeah.
when he
Just
was, they
fucking.
couldn't have picked either Oriana or Maokai. There was really no potential there because they banned Maokai themselves.
Oh yeah, I see now.
They chose to forego the Maokai in favor of the Galio. Also, I guess they wanted to deny the Maokai from Bulky Robo. I apologize, guys. I'm having a little bit of issues here, and yeah, I'm back. Okay, so
I apologize also. First time streaming a game, and then Macros tells me to actually stream it. Supposed to be recording this game, but then it got rescheduled.
well, we are certainly glad that this is being streamed a little bit. This will
Yep.
give me a chance to stream 2 games this week. you get to see this. And if you would like some tips on streaming, like this is not like a dig. It's just I spent about an
No,
hour
no,
setting
tell
it
me
up.
more. Yeah.
Definitely look at the stream on Sunday. I will be doing it with full Risen production value and everything. Like the best production value Risen will have to offer.
Alright, because don't you have like the replay feature and stuff?
Well, okay, second best
Okay.
production quality.
Okay, it's
I'm
okay.
not screwing with Nesware's replay. I'm not doing that. No, no, no.
I saw
I
somebody do that once.
Yeah, I mean, I will have uh certain intros and outros and things like that. Maybe a little bit of joke about Liquid is better than TSM. TSM fans, eat your heart out. But yeah, okay. So one thing that we need to do real quick is we get back to this game. One thing I'd like to point out are the summoner spells for the bottom lane and mid lane of uh, Karaoke Machine broke. It seems that they swapped up their summoner spells because it's a support with Ignite and the mid laner. Okay, she had exhaust right before the clock turned out, but she has changed it to barrier. So never mind in that point. What do you think of everybody's summoner spell choices?
I feel it's all pretty normal except for the Leona Ignite. Like especially preserve uh, pre. I would definitely enjoy the exhaust on my team instead of Ignite, especially against the Jinx.
Yeah, also one thing the chat pointed out is that there is no cleanse against the Zoe, who does have that sleepy trouble bubble, which can definitely be trouble for you if you get hit by it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Certainly a powerful ability.
And we are loading into game now. Into game.
Yes, and we have Karaoke Machine broke facing up against Aim and Ignite for the Champions League. I do not know either team's record as I was just pulled in, but here comes one of my favorite parts of the game: the skin game. Unfortunately, the Karaoke Machine broke the perfect record. Of course, Karaoke Machine, being the trashy phase fan that he is, decided not to have a Galio skin. So yeah, he deserves every bit of trash talk I just dished out to him. Then again, he's a FaZe fan, so he kind of does deserve it. Everybody hates FaZe.
Didn't know they still exist, honestly.
So how do you expect this early game to go while we're loading into game?
I would definitely like to see the early roams from Talia to different places, since you can definitely get a push onto Zoe, and then early ganks from J4. So I think KMB kind of have the better early game, but A and I can definitely outplay them with the champions they have.
Yeah, you always have that time. I'm sort of that ticking time bomb that is a Jinx Tahm Kench combination. It's really extremely dangerous given the right conditions, and this can be the right condition, but at the same time, it'll all depend on how KMB play. Who are you picking to win based on composition?
I would say, picking off composition, I would expect KMB to win. But if it gets to late game, I would say A and I. But I'm going with KMB. KMB.
I will also go with KMB again. Bestrin, it's don't get me in trouble, please. I'm just kidding. Bestrin's great. All the admins are great. Emphasis on admins. All right, so we are we're moving into game here soon. We are still loading for some reason.
100%, yeah. Oh no, the Leona is trolling with 80%.
Come on, Pix. You got to make us lag. You got to do it.
And I also expect, like, especially with this meta being super longer, like, the games are so much longer, I do like A&I's comp with the Jinx, especially with stopwatch being in the game. Like, that's what I'm talking about when the outplays. Because Nafo and Blainster took the inspirations tree, so they definitely have a stopwatch.
Most certainly, stopwatch being one of those extremely powerful items. However, I will maintain that it is not broken, despite how everybody loves to say that it is absolutely 100% broken. I will disagree with you every single time because I do not believe it is broken at all. I think it is strong. I do not think it is broken. And also, we are now loading into game for Karaoke Machine Broke versus A&I. And I'll introduce the blue side. Starting on the blue side, in the top lane, we have Karaoke Machine on Gallia. We have Jim Cantor on the jungle Jarvan. We have Hiccup on the mid lane, Talia. My boy Hobbs on the Tristana AD carry, beats by picks on the Leona support. That was very anticlimactic. And we have a pause.
Nice. And I will announce the red side while we're on here. We have Bulky Rober in the top lane on Urgot. We have Best in the jungle on Sejuani. Nafo not on a bird champion on Zoe. Blanster on Jinx. And Chazar on the Tom Kench.
Yes, it can't be a pause. There can't be a pause without me making a complete league joke. And there was the joke because it's compulsory.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I was it's weird. I'm not used to being sitting here paused and risen. But hey, let's go. Let's see. What do you think? Anything else that you'd like to talk about at the moment? I've kind of run out of ideas here.
No.
You're the color caster. Give us some color.
Use some color.
Feed Bob Ross. Oh, hey, and they started loading back into game, so now we're here. All right, so it seems like both of them are starting to do a live scrimmage. Actually, it looks like the side of Karaoke Machine Broke is going with a full 5-man stack into the bot lane. What do you think about this?
Definitely interesting. Oh, looks like they're going for an invade, maybe.
Ooh, this is dangerous.
I would not be expecting this if I was ANI. Is he going to flash? He does.
Ooh, the flash gets him, and that Bane goes down for first blood over to the Talia. Ooh, just so sorry about that. I spaced out for a moment. I apologize. Will not happen again. Yeah, that first blood going over, just not respecting the fact that the Galio had flash.
Yeah, they definitely caught ANI off track there. I mean, very sloppy. Like, they pretty much Chazar saw them from a while away, and they did not respond fast enough.
Most certainly. Now that's going to be an extra bit of gold onto this Talia, who probably could back and get some more off of it, but instead we are just going to see her rotate over to lane. Everybody's at full health now. Well, that Jinx is still down a kill. And we're seeing both junglers start on the bottom side of the map, which could mean some early top lane shenanigans.
Yeah, KMB did get the ward on the blue buff, so they will know where Bestrin is for the early parts of the game.
Yeah. Bestrin will have to do his best job to try and recover this lead that it has sort of accumulated for the side of Karaoke Machine Broke after that first blood. I mean, it's always going to swing the lead a little bit, but you don't expect it to happen that early. So now there's a little bit of training going on in the bot lane. As far as early, what do you expect from this bot lane?
I definitely expect the Leona to engage on Jinx, and then Tompkins just eat her up. And then KMB will just get turned on by ANI. That's how it should go in the perfect scenario for ANI.
Yeah, well, things hardly ever work in perfect scenarios, and they are starting up a fight here. Oh, those feast stacks. I say not feast. Those stacks stack up on Leona. She's taking some damage, but Chazar's low too. They're kiting back. They're trying to get away, and it looks like Beats by Pix and Hops will get out okay. Chazar and Pix both taken extremely low. I apologize there. I had a crap ton of lag. Quality stream tonight, right? I guess. Oh, Bestrin is caught here. He gets flagged, dragged, but he manages to go, and he pops over. Oh, but Jim flashes over, and Bestrin, he gets a flash, but he also gets killed there. Ooh, 2-0 now start for the side of Karaoke Machine Bro.
Yeah, good job using his ward. He put on the blue buff and punishing Bestrin for it.
Most certainly. It's just such a difficult thing. And we're seeing fights in the top lane. Karaoke Machine might get killed, and down he goes. Again, Urgot's good against tanks.
Yeah, and definitely disrespect by Karaoke in the counter matchup.
Most certainly. It is just, it is a very dangerous matchup. And we're seeing another fight here. The Jarvan going in on the Urgot. Oh my god, the Urgot may win this one. And he takes Jim Cantor down very, very low. That was, oof.
Yeah, he didn't even get Bulky's flash out.
No, he did not. So a lot wasted just really for no return in that top lane gank there. Probably should have waited until Karaoke Machine got back. I think the two of them together might have been able to take him down. So right now we're seeing just sort of a little bit of just a lull here after the exciting early game that we've seen so far. Yeah, so what do you Do you expect this fighting to keep up, or what do you think is going to happen here in the next couple minutes?
I think the fight will keep up. I think the junglers should keep looking for their ganks on the enemy laners because some of them are getting very pushed up in lane.
Yeah, Hiccup and Natho just trading a little bit back and forth, both of them at around half health or less. So it's getting a little bit dodgy there. Also, despite there being a counter matchup, there's a 10 CS lead for the Galio in that top lane. What do you make of that?
Very interesting, honestly. I mean, I guess I could see like there's been a lot of fighting, but like it's no reason to be 10 CS down when we have the counter matchup.
Most certainly. As an Urgot, he's generally fairly easy to CS with because of his extended range as opposed to most tank top laners. So you'd have to think that he should be winning in most of these situations. Another CS differential we're seeing is in that jungle position. It seems like Jim Couture is just getting the best of Bestrin here in this game.
Yeah, they're definitely growing a goalie if they're CS. The only very even parts of the map are bottom and mid lane.
Most certainly. What do you see traits here? Where do you expect these junglers to sort of hit next? Which lane do you see is the most vulnerable at the moment?
I would definitely say mid lane because they're very immobile champions that only have their flashes to use.
Most certainly, but those, I say they both do have flashes, and there was that mid lane gank. Flashes in, it goes down, and also Natho goes down as well. Kill going over to Jim Cantor, who's all over the map in this game. He has 100% kill participation.
Yeah, Natho had no wards up, and he had no idea where J4 was, so...
Speaking of him again, he's on top of Bestrin, and he's going to be cut off by the team. He can dash over, I think. Oh, he chooses instead to dash into Jim Couture. And oh, he's going to go down to the Leona. Not the rightest decision there to dash back into the team.
Yeah, I don't know what Bestrin was speaking. He definitely could have dashed over the wall.
Most certainly, and that greed makes him pay for it. So he's now 0-2 to the 2-0-2 of Jim Cantor. So it's going to be tricky to see how this progresses. Well, actually, no, not what I meant. It's going to be tricky to try and get back into this game. Sorry, guys. At least I wasn't expecting this, so I'm not really in like total cast myself. We do see Bulky Robo going in on top of Karaoke Machine. Taunting ain't going to do you much good against an Urgot because that's kind of what he wants to do. He kind of wants to hit you at all times.
Yeah, definitely surprised Bulky Robo stopped, especially since he has his ult now on Urgot.
Ooh, the Fear Beyond Death, such a powerful move, such a powerful ultimate. Able to execute in that AoE Fear. Probably one of the most satisfying ultimates in the game to use.
I do like the ward line that is coming out from ANI in the bot side in the river.
Yeah, and KMB are quick to try and break it up a little bit with that thing, and Bestrin knows he cannot take on Jim Cantor right now.
Yeah, he is a level behind him. Definitely gonna have to start catching up.
But certainly, and as he tries to take his chickens, everyone kind of has to be careful if you are the side of ANI because they have to think, where is Jim Cantor? Where in the hell is Carmen Sandiego? I'm sorry, I had to say that. Okay, so now we see Beats by Pix trying to roam up, but he's going to be spotted, so that could be... Oh, Bestrin gets spotted too, and he's going to be hopped on by Jim Cantor. And the Weaver's wall blocks him off, but he saves the flash for that, but he's still going to die to Hiccup between the Weaver's stones. I can't remember the ability name, damn it.
I don't know why Bestrin was going into his jungle to put down a ward, especially since mid laner wasn't pushed up and he's a full level behind. This is gonna put him even farther behind now.
Yeah, I say it's tricky. It's tricky to sort of try and get it back, and unfortunately, Bestrin's attempts to get back into this game are only further putting him farther back in it. And oh, Karaoke Machine looking at it, but Bulky Robo walking past an Urgot. It's a ballsy strategy, I'll give him that. So now looking at the map, looking at the ward placement, what do you think of the sort of ward patterns that each team has developed here?
I definitely like the ward pattern on the top side from KMB, putting all of the wards at the main entrances and exits of Bestrin's jungle. And I think A and I should definitely move like their wards up to the entrances of the jungler's jungle instead of the deep jungle.
Most certainly, those deep jungle wards are able to get a lot of information though at the same time, and we are seeing sort of an engaged bot lane. Beats by Pix is getting hooked, but he gets, oh, what a solar flare! But then the Glacial Prison catches off Hobbs, and Beats by Pix gets caught right back up in it. The taste feats, but oh, Bestring gets taken down again, and Chazar's not long for this world either, it seems, with them also going on to Blaine, but it seems like both supports go down in that fight. Hobbs pops the stopwatch, but it looks like he's also not long for this world as Fear Beyond Death kills him, well, dead. I can't think of any other joke there. As Karaoke Machine walks back into the team, pops his stopwatch, he's still not going to be long for this world, and that Urgot gets a double kill, but Talia also shutting down people left and right, and Blaine goes down to the Talia as well. Overall, a 5 for 3 in favor of Karaoke Machine Broke.
Yes, very good from Karaoke Machine. Their top laner responded first, and their mid laner responded before A&I's mid laner.
Yeah, it was really hard to sort of get back into that after that response came in. You had a mostly full health Jarvan and Talia swinging at you. You couldn't really do anything to fight back when you were as low as the side of A&I was.
Yeah, definitely being behind on A&I's side, but made them lose that fight. Ooh.
Most certainly, most certainly. And where do you see them going from here? What objective do you see them trying to go after next?
I would definitely see them looking at to try to get the first tower somewhere. Or if they could, even at this point.
Oh, and it looks like there is a gank bot lane as Chazar goes right on top of Hobbs. But Hobbs is very... Ooh. I would not turn back there. Oh, but he gets stunned up. And he's going to get eaten right into a trap. And Hobbs is probably going to go down here. But, oh, can he get out? Oh, my. Oh, he almost gets out. But Chazar managed to land that last auto attack. Karaoke Machine's trying to get some revenge. Blaine and Chazar are cut off. And Blaine, you are on the wrong side of that trio because that is very bulky. And they are going to use that bulk to beat your face in. And Chazar is now stuck in between 4 members. He's got nowhere to go. He tries to fight back, but he just gets taken down by the winds of war. Karaoke Machine picking up a kill. A 2 for 1 in favor of Karaoke Machine Broke. They're just rotating better on the map.
Yeah, we saw Hobbs overextending super aggressively, but it took them so long just to kill him that KMB got to respond immediately.
Yeah, this will be first blood tower in favor of Karaoke Machine Broke. I guess you could say that right now, because of just the way he's moving around the map, Karaoke Machine is going through his roaming phase.
Definitely agree. He's been doing very good with those ultimates.
Well, certainly. Oh no, Blaine. Blaine gets hopped on by the Cataclysm, but gets taken down by the Talia. Oof. Rough game for the AD carry of A&I here.
Yeah, KMB is playing this game very well with their team comp.
Well, certainly. Oh, the Jarvan going back in with the flag and drag. And once again, the threaded volley just takes down the Zoe as well. This is a 7-0-3 Talia who is just going to be melting any member of A&I.
Yeah, KMB is just getting picks after picks after picks on A&I.
It seems like the only person still in the game is Bulky Robo, but speaking of the whole of KMB were in like Schwinn. They tried to do the tower dive, but ended up not completing it. Beats by Pix manages to survive. A tower gets taken down the top lane. Everybody resets and nobody dies. Whew, that was a fight.
Yeah, it's been a very long extended fight, feels like.
Most certainly, most certainly. We are now seeing sort of a reset as both teams try and recuperate from those fights and those objective trades. Overall, though, it definitely seems like KMB is taking control of this game.
Yeah, I feel like the only way A&I can get back is this to go to a very late game, or if we see Super Fro from KMB.
Yeah, at this point, though, their composition doesn't really allow for a throw, though. You have Talia, who scales fairly well into the late game. You have a Tristana, who scales extremely well into the late game. Galio, who's just going to keep getting tankier and tankier. Jarvan, who at this point probably could go full AD and still do well with how he's able to get on top of the squishies of A&I. But we are having a gank here onto Hiccup. Oh, that was a hiccup of a decision to be in that placement. And he gets taken down by the Tom Kench. you can't give these kills over to the support when you need them on your AD carry. Speaking of giving over, oh, Jim Cantor almost got Blaine once again. Blaine positioning very poorly in this game to the point where Jim Cantor is just all over him. Yeah, wait one more second. It seems like they might try and fight again. Jim Cantor walking up. He knows that Chazar is there, but it looks like they're just going to reset, try and push out this mid lane.
Yeah, we saw there a few players overextending. One getting killed, Hiccup, and Blaine luckily getting saved by his Tom Kench.
Yeah, I would say that Tom Kent's just such a powerful pick because of it. Oh, that super mega death rocket. If it had been about 2 seconds later, that might have actually killed the dragon, but it was a little bit early. And Bulky, Robo, and Hiccup trading in the top lane. Neither of them are going to kill each other. All right, so now we're moving on to it. Oh, and the solar flare lands. The stopwatch is popped, but that's still going to be a lot of damage onto the Zoe. But who manages to flash out? Glacial Prison comes down, and so does the Urgot. He's going in, and he gets beats by picks. And this is also not a fight that this Jinx is going to win either. Winds of War going down to Natho. But now Karaoke Machine is all on his own against all 5 members of KMB. Vestrian almost going down there, but it looks like all of ANI is managing to kite away. Vestrian barely avoiding it, but gets taken down by the, by the seismic shove. And that Sleepy Trouble Bubble manages to save him for a little bit, but Natho is going to get taken down here by the Tristana. And Blaine did not run away. He just decided to stay and is going to get taken down for his troubles as well, as Bulky Robo picks up a kill on the other side.
Yes, that was a very good disengage by ANI, but KMB just ran them over after.
Yeah, most certainly. I'll say that was just, just a rollover fight. Overall, it was a 2. I want to say it was a 2 for 3 in favor of KMB. And there's not much this Tom Kench can really do. He needs either the Urgot or the Zoe there. Then again, actually, I don't know how much help Zoe or Jinx would be, given that they are a combined 1, 9, and 7. Here's a fun factoid for you. Of the 8 kills on ANI, Bulky Robo has 62.5% of them.
Yeah, Bulky's Urgot definitely being a strong point of ANI. Their only strong point right now.
I was about to say, it seems like one of their only 2 strong points. Chazar's doing as well as he can, but his team isn't necessarily doing him any favors. I'd say they just, the way that Jim Cantor is able to be jumped on, you think, I'd say at this point, you have to question at one point, will it start to play safer as, oh, Bulky Robo's getting hopped on, getting dove here, the Solar Flare, the Zenith Blade, the Taunt, the Seismic Shove, all of it comes out, and it all dumps on that Urgot who gets taken down for trouble. And it looks like the TP mid lane to try and save it, while Jim Cantor and Beats by Picks take down this top lane tower.
Yeah, Bulky's overextending there and KMB punishing him, and then KMB don't even get punished for sending 4 people top to get Bulky.
No, they do not. Again, this Jinx, though you're so far behind. Ooh, a lot of missed ultimates there. Jinx, Rocket, Glacial Prison, both of them goes down, but the Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land. Not that it's really going to do much to Galio, who barely feels that blast. And Chazar is taking a lot of damage. Oh, and he gets hit without popping the gray health by the threaded volley. Blaine needs to be careful as well, and oh, he gets hit by the seismic shove, and that's a double kill for Hiccup. But then it looks like now there's a fight in the top lane too, as they were trying to take down that tower. Now Bulky Robo's here to answer. Holy crud, my voice.
Yeah, KMB's just getting pick after pick after pick. Oh.
Ooh, that paddle star just not quite far enough. As Jim Cantor's waiting in the wings, he's waiting for someone to pull the trigger so that way he can just hop straight on them. Jim Cantor and Hiccup, both of them doing phenomenally well this game, but with a 4-0-11 performance and an 11-1-3.
Yeah, definitely a jungle and mid carry this game, I would say. Very impressive performance from them.
Yeah, and right now it is just an extremely one-sided game. Up 7 and I would say almost 8,000 gold for the side of Karaoke Machine broke. It looks like the only thing that is broken is the back of ANI because Karaoke Machine are just stomping them into the dirt. So right now we are seeing, oh, Jim Cantor.
Oh no.
Oh, he gets Natho. He's on top with the flag and drag the Cataclysm, and that last auto attack finishes it off. A solo kill in which he did not even lose 20% of his health. That tells you how far he is and how far behind this Zoe is. When your opposing jungler is ahead of you in levels, you know you're a little bit behind. Oh, and Karaoke Machine goes on top of Bulky Robo. Beats by Pix is there too. But they don't have the damage to take down this Urgot, who definitely does have damage to return. However, Bestrin gets just sort of left out to dry by his top laner. Bulky Robo gets hit by the seismic shove as Hobbs takes down Bestrin. But oh, Bulky Robo goes down too to Hobbs. And he could be looking to chase this. I say they're looking, the chase is on. But the question is, can they get there? They choose to back off. They look like they're looking at the Baron now.
Yeah, it definitely does look like that, and they definitely have the potential to take it, or even bait it.
Most certainly, as a ward goes down the pit, it does not see a thing, though, because of that pink ward, and we are seeing just the damage go out onto Baron, trying to spot it out. Tom Kench waiting in the wings. Jinx just sitting there with the Super Mega Death Rocket. It's not going to do much steal potential from this range. A flash taunt hits. Oh my god! Blaine just gets deleted. And they're all onto Natho now. He really has no chance of escape. The flag, the drag, the shot from the cannon, and Hobbs gets the kill. Ooh. Again, the positioning of the members of A&I here are just leaving it so wide open for Jim Cantor, Karaoke Machine, to just hop on them.
Yeah, picking very immobile champion early.
Well, not just the immobile champions. I would also say there's a lot of positioning errors going on in this game. Definitely something to look at before game 2 if you are the side of A&I. And now it looks like they are moving down towards the dragon. It is a Cloud Drake, so it's not really going to be influential. Second Drake only at 21 and a half minutes. You know, you kind of wish that there would be more Drakes being taken. Also, you kind of wish the towers would fall, but hey, right now it looks like Hobbs is just hell-bent on making sure his bottom lane tower does not go down. They're clearing out the vision around Baron. Are they going to try and sneak it? I don't think
they can. I don't think they have the damage at all.
They really don't, and they were spotted out. So 3 members of KMB are on their way, and you have to think the members of A&I have to get the heck out of Dodge, because between Beats by Pix, Karaoke Machine, Broke, and Hiccup, there's definitely enough there to take down any member of A&I. Looks like they're just doing this slight little Baron dance. You were saying? I'm sorry?
Hobbs went for the last Whisper for the item instead of another Zeal item like the normal build.
Well, then again, there is armor being built on the Tom Kench and the Sejuani as Hiccup just gets some free shots in. Then again, I wouldn't be worried as much about the Sejuani as I would the Urgot. Oof, it's rough right now if you're A&I. They're down about 10,000 gold. There's not much really recovery in sight if you think about it. The only way they could really do it is maybe a clutch Baron fight, maybe picking off Hiccup or Hobbs before the fight starts, and hoping that Jim Cantor doesn't blow up Blaine or Natho again. But right now, it's just not looking like it. A Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land, but it's not going to do much damage when it gets... Okay, never mind!
Half healthing the Leona.
Wow. That was a lot more than I thought.
Even with an Aegis.
Wow, okay then, that dealt a lot more than I thought it would. That must have been fired a lot farther back than I thought it was. So now we do see that Zoe having the redemption, popping on the Baron to try and show that it is happening. However, the Urgot is bot lane. Hiccup is there. Ooh, predicts the flash from Natho and just gets knocked out. Has to flash out. Does get exhausted for his efforts. But at the same time, this is a fight that A&I could actually win. Yeah. Oh no, but Bulky Robo gets caught out. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble and Glacial Prison target the same person. Jim Cantor gets away after all of that. Karaoke Machine goes low. Hiccup dancing away. And overall, nobody dies other than Bulky. Oh my god, I spoke too soon as Jim Cantor gets his first death of the game. Natho managing to just snipe him with that. And then, oh, he's going on top of Blaine. Chazzer and Blaine are in trouble as they both pop stopwatch. But Natho goes down, and then so does the rest of his team. Bestrin being the only one to be able to get away. they're going to push that mid lane and probably get an inhibitor out of it. In fact, if they push hard enough, they could possibly end the game.
It looked so good for a second on ANI, but they just couldn't land the kills for the Jinx reset.
No, they certainly could not. Nothing really much in the way of kills in this game. 9-29. Not really much they could do. And now it looks like they might be backing off. They could be heading for Baron here. They certainly have the time to do it because between the incoming waves and sort of the constant string of team fight losses, you have to think that A&I would be sort of, I don't know, hard pressed to be able to try and defend this. They would need more than an Ignite. They would need a second Smite.
Very true.
Oh, come on. That was clever.
It was. That's why I take Spellbook.
Aw, you see, I hate taking Spellbook because I'm a mid lane main. I'm a Xerath one trick, so it's either Airy or Comet, or if I'm ballsy, I'll take Electrocute.
It's so much fun playing as Sivir, just taking Spellbook and just cheesing the enemy ADC.
Sounds disgusting. I play Jhin, so I don't like Sivir. Alright, and we see them take down the red buff here. So, and there's a lot of vision around Baron for the side of KMB. Beats by picks, you are out alone. But then again, nobody's around to really stop him, so I guess he can afford that. Both members of the team just doing this eternal Baron dance. Kind of surprised that neither Karaoke Machine or Robo, but oh my god, the Zenith Blade hits onto Chazar, but Beats by Pix is getting taken low. Gets almost taken down there by the Super Mega Death Rocket, but manages to avoid dying. Oof. That was close if you're the side of KMB. That was really close.
Yeah, another glimpse of hope for ANI on a pick.
Yeah, and then he gets taken away because he still survives. And they are clearing out this Baron vision that KMB I would say that ANI desperately tried to put down. There's not much in the way of Baron vision that they can really establish with that control ward in the pit. The Urgot can do a little bit if he gets it right, but oh, the ever-impending threat of Jim Cantor's Jarvan engage as the flag goes down.
I also like to notice Hiccup is doubling Nafo's main items right now.
Most certainly, he's got double the items in general, and they do hop onto the Baron, but Jim Cantor's not in the pit. He's off over there fighting the rest of ANI. So the team is just like, okay, you can handle them all on your own. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land down onto Hiccup, but they just continue the Baron for a little bit. Karaoke Machine maintaining aggro. Also managing to get hit by that. The slow comes out. The Zenith Blade lands onto Natho, but then the Glacial Prison hits onto Karaoke Machine. Jim Cantor going in. Karaoke Machine going in. Everybody going in and going down does Karaoke Machine. And then two go down. Bester and Chazar both go down. Fear Beyond Death lands onto it. Hobbs jumping in. Hiccup's jumping in. Everybody's going down to Hiccup and Jim Cantor here. But it looks like the chickens managed to pick up Hobbs on the end. So overall, a 5-for-3 for the side of KMB, and they could at least take a Nexus Tower out of this.
Looked so good for ANI for a little bit, but then Hobbs just jumps in and takes down all of them, but sadly dies in the process.
Most certainly, this is... Yeah, and Hobbs getting that Penta stolen. Such an unfortunate situation, and Jim Cantor having to run because he knows that Tom Kench can take him pretty far back and right into the hands of Natho and Blaine. Overall, though, still the carries of ANI aren't dealing nearly as much damage as you'd like them to. Both of them sitting on 2.5 items, where their counterparts have 4 and boots completed each.
Yeah, definitely an unlucky game.
Most certainly unlucky. Seriously though, dying to chickens afterwards. How unfortunate. See what? I couldn't see it.
Chazar tried to flash over the Gromp wall and blind Q on Tom Kench.
Oh, rip. And that dragon is going to go over to Karaoke Machine broke, as there's really nothing to stop them from taking it. And at this point, the Mountain Drake wouldn't really do much except for help out with those Nexus Towers, maybe help out with Baron. But at the same time, it's another dragon. It's more golden pocket and more damage to be dealt. And if you're the side of A&I, you have to be careful. The enemy team has almost triple your kills, and they are up 12,000 gold. You cannot make a mistake in these fights. And you need Bulky Robo up here if you're going to do this. He has to go ahead and start teleporting in because this Baron is being started up.
Wow, and his game melted down.
Oh, yeah, most certainly. That Baron going down fast, but that Glacial Prison comes out. And, oh, Bestrin misses Smite, and Jim Cantor does not. As Bestrin and Chazar are now getting taken down. Chazar goes down. Bestrin goes down to the Cataclysm after the flag and drag. Nathan went down off screen. I didn't even see him die. And now the Jinx is just running for her life. This will most likely be the game. Or maybe not, as they're choosing not to push mid lane.
Yeah, Bulky Robo started to TP, but canceled it mid-cast.
He probably was like, this fight is going wrong. I'm not going to waste my life for this fight. And then with this Tristana and the Jarvan, there's so much damage that can be dealt to these towers. And because these are Baron minions, they do have the extra health. They do have the extra resistances. So it's going to be difficult for Bulky Robo or Blaine to really take them down. And Natho's doing practically nothing to the minions. That's how far behind he is in this game. A full 3 levels behind his opposing laner. And 2 levels behind Jim Cantor. Ooh, it's rough if you are a mid lane main to watch this. And they're just going to dive tower to take it down.
KMB's just walking around A&I's base and taking everything.
They're just picking out what they like and deciding, okay, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. And they're trying to do something here. I don't know about this, but the Solar Flare lands. The Galio's coming in with the heroic entrance. The taunt lands up, and Bestrin goes down. Chazar's going low, too. He's almost dead. Bulky Robo gets some damage down onto Pix. The rockets coming out from Blaine here. Hiccup fighting back, though, and oh, the Zenith Blade lands. Chazar's got to be careful. He's not in the best of health conditions. So yeah, now it was a 1-for-0 in favor of KMB. But now Jim Cantor's here, and you know he loves to go in, so this could definitely be a dangerous situation for A&I. But he decides not to pull the trigger. Instead, just rotating with his team, gonna take down this bot lane inhibitor tower.
Yeah, we just watch KMB pretty much lose a 5v3 since they're so far behind. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that is a 15-1-11 Talia. That is a 26 KDA. But then again, so is the 8-1-18 on that Jarvan, who goes in and almost deletes the Zoe immediately. And he's still alive. He goes balls deep, and he ends up sitting right next to Urgot's balls instead. That sounded a lot better in my head as well. I'm sorry. So now we're watching them go in. The hordes of minions for the side of KMB are swarming in. 3 inhibitors down, 1 Nexus turret left. And the Jinx and Urgot, they have the wave clear to hold this off for a while. But thankfully, without the Baron, Natho can do a little bit of work here. KMB starting to crowd around that mid lane.
A&I's base is in shambles right now. And I mean, A&I's only taken 1 tower so far out of the 10 from KMB.
Most certainly a bad situation. They almost got it perfect here with objectively, but in tongue shot, but instead Chazar takes a shot for his troubles. I say that tongue does not do as much damage as that Tristana's cannon. Oh, the chunk coming down onto Natho. That's a lot of health. But Hobbs loses a lot of his own too. That was a massive hit there from that Paddle Star.
We saw Blaine. Blaine should try to front the Jinx, made Death Rocket, but doesn't connect.
Most certainly not. It's hard to hit that rocket when a target is mobile. Tristana is the one you're aiming at. The Weaver's Wall comes down. The Idol of Duran taunts him up. Hiccup just nails Natho. Blaine goes down. Chazar's next. And then, is he? Hey, yep, Chazar goes down, then does Bulky Robo. Goes down to the threaded volley. And that's going to be a 4-0, and that's going to be the game for the side of KMB with a whopping 42 freaking kills. So, yeah, that was pretty insane.
It's very impressive from KMB.
Oh wait, Jim Cantor was building a static shiv at the end. He was going full AD Jarvan. Wait, he had an Infinity Edge. Jim Cantor had an Infinity Edge. What is that?
Oh wow, just going all in on the damage at the end.
Most certainly. Also, I'm wondering who was the old jungler for the side of ANI that everyone keeps talking about. And it looks like without that player, this team is looking a lot weaker. Bestrin performing exceptionally poorly, and it's really rough to see a team like that go down like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've been on a slump recently. I've noticed. Like,
Most certainly, it seems like that Miyamo Big D is certainly being missed if you are in the ANI boot camp. So, all right, we will take a few minutes break. We will play you some music, and we will be right back with Game 2 of KMB versus ANI. Are we muted?
2, 1, go.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with Risen Champions League. I believe this is on the week 5 edition still. So we are back here with A&I versus KMB. The lobby has not started up yet, unfortunately. Hold on. Do you have OBS Studio?
Yes.
Hit Studio mode and then go back. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it should
Hit
have
the.
transition. It should have transition.
No, you can. It wasn't supposed to transition yet, but okay.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right though.
I thought they were starting.
Also,
I thought that's where we were starting.
yeah, so it looks like Prodigy is taking over for Hobbs in the bottom lane of KMB today, who has that Dirty Phase fan karaoke machine in the top lane. So after that last game, where do you look at the draft changing for the side of AIM and Ignite?
I would definitely like them to see. I would definitely like them to try to get the Nunu Zier. Even though it's gonna be super hard for them to get, I think they should try and get it.
I'm going to disagree with you just because you suggested the cancer champion that is Nunu.
No, since it's busted, and all junglers
I don't care if
suffer.
it's the most busted champion in the game. I will never advocate picking it.
Nah.
The only reason that Nunu was ever busted early on in 2017 was because Ivern was strong and he sort of countered Ivern when no one else did, back when Ivern was overtuned. Now they screwed up with Nunu, and he does a lot more damage. However, I don't know if he's necessarily broken.
Yeah, there's been a lot of debate about that, but I personally think he is broken.
I think he's definitely extremely, extremely, extremely strong. For me, for the champion to be broken, they have to be above 56% win rate. Right now, Nunu is sitting at a solid 54.
Ooh, he's
Sorry,
close
55.
though. Oh, we are starting drafts though now.
All right, and as we move into draft, like I said, you definitely expected the Nunu pick to be banned. I would love for it to be neither picked nor banned, just for these teams to protest how terrible of a champion design that is. But instead, we do see the Talia and Anivia bans. The bird is the word, and the bird is banned here in this game.
Yep, Nafo being known for his bird champions.
Oh, that sounds like a player I would love to play against. You know, if only he wasn't like 2-3 ranks up on me.
Yeah, I remember being coached for SSG. He plays for a Dominate team. Our strat was ban bird champions.
Well, we do see the Shen ban go out. Shen being among the most versatile champions in the game right now. And it looks like another bird champ is not long for this game, as they are just huffing the Azir, taunting at Natho as they ban the Azir. The bird is certainly not the word. Maybe they should ban Sway next, just to complete the bird is the word trifecta.
I wonder what they will ban next. I definitely will see a jungle ban. Lade. Ban the Nunu.
Ban the Nunu so we don't have to watch or talk about that cancer champion anymore. We do see the Zyra ban targeting at Chazar, who had the second best game of any player on his team last game on that Tom Kench. He got more kills than either his mid laner or his AD carry, which I don't know if that speaks to how good he was or how poorly Blaine and Natho played that game. But honestly, we are moving on into the picks, and we do see the Jarvan come out a second first pick in this series.
Yeah, definitely we saw it being a very strong pick last game, and definitely destroying A&I.
Most certainly, the mispositioning by the squishies of A&I, just allowing Jim Cantor to hop on top of him. But I see something I like. Jin Zhao. Ooh. It is the Asian invasion, baby. Let's go. We see Jin Zhao come out here. Such an aggressive jungler in terms of how he can 1v1.
Yeah, definitely towards the end of the preseason, it was very popular in solo queue in NA.
Most certainly, his rework did do a lot of quality of life changes for him, and overall made him a better champion, a much more viable champion. no longer was he in that pit of irrelevancy right there with Udyr.
Yeah, and
And
we
we do
see
see the Tristana come out.
yeah, definitely. I'd say S tier ADC right now, Tristana.
Tristana is practically permanently S tier at this point. Wait!
Oh wait.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I thought KMB banned Desira.
I thought the Zyra was banned. Has it been sitting on Taric this whole time? It
I
has
guess
been.
so. Wow.
So we do see a Zaya Taric. I'm sorry, Zyra. God, that's going to be terrible as a play-by-play caster. That's going to be, oh, that
Oh,
sucks.
the
And we
Lulu
see
Tristana.
Lulu. So we have picks on a Lulu. We have Chazzer on a Zyra. We have Blaine Stiffer on a Zaya. Why are there so many Z's?
I don't know.
Wait, why would you ban the Tom Kench?
Oh my! I think
They already picked the Zyra.
no. Nafo plays a lot of Zyra. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for.
Oh my god. I would love to see a Zyra in this meta. Please, bring out the Zyra and let her still be beaten by champions that outrange her in this meta. Champions like Xerath. Have a Malzahar sit on top of her. And then just, Malefic Visions her babies all the way to hell. You do see Karma ban. That's a mid lane ban.
Yeah.
And we are waiting for that
And
last one. Ornn is still up. I think the side of KMB is trying to let themselves get Ornn.
Yeah, KMB's side, their team front's looking especially very squishy this game. They definitely need to get a tank somewhere.
Yeah, and I does ban the Gangplank, so Ornn is up. Yes, it is post nerf. Yes, it is not nearly as powerful. But
Oh, and it's picked by Karaoke.
Ornn.
Ooh, the Braum to counter the Ornn ult. And the Jax. Oh.
This is going to be an interesting situation for sure. We have the Grandmaster at arms and the man who punched down a mountain.
Yeah, I think especially very interesting.
So it is a Zyra mid. I don't necessarily agree with this pick. I think it's a little bit risky overall because she doesn't have this nearly as consistent as DPS as other support mid laners, people like Brand, people like Karma. She's very reliant on hitting her plants. So someone like Orianna can kind of just zone that in a way. If you hit any sort of plant, it's just going to be taken down for the majority of its health. And given the fact that you have an Ornn, you have a Jin Zhao for ball delivery, I think that the composition of KMB is much better here.
Yeah, I want to talk about the top lane also. Because before patch 6.2, we saw Ornn be a super counter to Jax and being able to use his Unstoppable to stop the counter strike. But now we're on 6.2, and Ornn has no way to stop the Jax. So I'm very interested to see how the top lane goes.
As a lore nerd, it does pain me. It really does pain me to see that Unstoppable go away from Ornn. Because in the lore, he's such an unstoppable monster, one of the most powerful champions of the game. Heck, the last time two Rams had that big of an impact, Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk were still in St. Louis. Actually, no, the Rams were good this year, weren't they?
Yeah, they were okay. They're decent.
The Rams actually... Yeah, the Rams finished as the number 2 seed.
Yeah, no.
That's... Oh.
I want to check who beat them, but I'll probably get it wrong. I want to guess.
In this one, I want to say it was the Saints who beat them, I believe?
I think so. It was the Saints or the Eagles.
No, the Eagles beat the Falcons.
Oh yeah. Yes, so it had to be Saints.
I will say something funny. Do you like Rise?
Yes, I do like Rise.
Well, Riot doesn't like Rise.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be going away. But okay, back to these compositions here. Which one do you sort of see getting the edge as we start into the game, like that early mid phase? Where do you see that going?
I definitely see it on A&I's side because of the Jackson to Ornn and then the Zyra. I think Zyra has the potential to poke out Ori super hard.
I just don't see it as much because I think that the ball can definitely still zone out some of those, such as take down plants. Anytime that Zyra goes to do anything, that Ori will just respond with a ability of her own. I think that Ori is a much better pick in this situation. much better synergizing with the team. I think that the Zyra was a little bit of a bait, but at the same time, now you only have two things that are really going to be blocked by that Braum Unbreakable. Jax isn't going to really. I don't really see him doing nearly as much in this game because of the fact that Jax, as Hashinshin, I can never pronounce his name correctly, loves to complain about, with his whitey. Yeah, I can't even curse at him. He's such an annoying troll. I really don't like Hashinshin. What an idiot.
Yeah.
But seriously, as he loves to complain about, Jax isn't in the best state right now.
Yeah.
But again, if he got his way, Jax would be broken 24/7.
Yeah. Let's not go back to those days, please.
Well, I mean, Riot just did that to Rise by making it to where now you can't stopwatch teleport anymore. Now, whenever you activate stopwatch or Zonias, the teleport from Rise's ultimate is canceled.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was very interesting. Taking out some key features, the Ornn Unstoppable and the Rise Anyas.
Unstoppable isn't really something that should be in the game for the most part anyway, provided for a couple of abilities. I think that you should make Ornn's ultimate make him unstoppable. Make him unstoppable during the channel of the Call of the Forge God.
See, I'm on the side where I like the W Unstoppable because it made him somewhat mechanically skilled. Like, I'm on that side of the argument.
I believe that Ornn was just a little bit too... I believe it was just a little bit too powerful to have an unstoppable effect on such a low cooldown ability in comparison to something like an ultimate. I don't really like it.
Yeah, I don't think the problem was the Unstoppable. I think the problem was the CDR. Like, that was busted, and the damage and the mana cost. Like, I think they should have lowered that by a little bit instead of taking away the Unstoppable. But I think punching his mana cost or CDR or the damage he does I think that would be a better balance.
Well, at the same time, you risk bringing him back to release Ornn, which was insanely weak by comparison. Despite having one of the best kits in the game utility-wise, Ornn was just so weak because of the fact his numbers were so low. The current HPW was practically useless compared to this max HPW. Just how long it took his Q to hit, the sheer numbers on all of his abilities were so low that Ornn was one of the worst releases ever. But then again, a lot of champions release absolutely low. Also, PK, it doesn't surprise me that Hashinshin is your idol. You probably also like Jake Paul. Or Logan Paul, or whoever it is.
Just one of the Paul brothers.
One of those waste of space. Good lord. Yeah. So, which composition do you give the edge here?
Which competition? I definitely give the edge right now to A&I because they have the engage and disengage with the Brahmin Zyra and the Jarvan Catalysm for the engage. And then all you see on KMB is just the raw out engage on Ornn and Ori.
I give my edge to the side of KMB. I like the way that they have it done. You have a definite ball delivery in the Xin Zhao, who I believe that if the Ori ball is already on someone before, I'll say, and not casted by Q, I believe it will go around the Unbreakable.
Really?
I believe if the shield is already on someone before they pass through the Braum Unbreakable, that the shield does not block the ball because of the fact that it's currently a shield and not a projectile.
I guess that makes sense. I can see that. I would just be afraid of A&I of the Tristana getting ahead. Because if she gets ahead with a Lulu, she's just unstoppable and does immense amount of damage and literally can't be killed and heals up to full health and basically free autos.
Now, don't go sounding like we're in Rampage. And I'm sorry, I'm making a joke. But in all seriousness, though, we are about to load into the game. And that Tristana, as we saw last game, is still a super dangerous AD carry. Tristana, just one of the most well-rounded AD carries because of her fantastic tower-taking potential, her immense teamfight and solo target damage, the fact that she has two very reliable forms of disengage, and one of Engage, a good insect tool, just all around, just a well-rounded character. One of my favorite AD carries. Xayah, one of my other favorites though, as just one of the sheer team fighting monster AD carries. You always have to be watching out for a Featherstorm and Blade Caller. And now we're looking at the game. Once again, I have to crap on Karaoke Machine for not having a skin. Leave it to a FaZe fan to just, get the champion and not get any sort of skin. Like, typical.
Especially since when you're versing up against Godstaff Jax, like, I mean, not having a skin against that skin, I just FF.
Most certainly. Well, I would FF after I made him go 0-3 in lane because of the fact that I would take Xerath top and just absolutely poop on him.
Take Xerath top.
It works, and people hate it.
I could see it.
It works because you outrange everybody, and if there's 2 other tanks on the team, which there usually are at this point,
it's in game now.
We are in game, and I will introduce the blue side this time. We have Bulky Robo on the top lane, Godstaff Jax. We have Bestrin on the jungle, Jarvan. We have Natho on that mid lane, Zyra. We have Blaine Stiffer. I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name, Blaine. I don't intend to. On the 80 carry, Zyra. We have Chazzer on the Braum to finish it off.
And on the red side, we have Karaoke on the Ornn, Jim Cantor on the Zinjao, Hiccup on the Ori, I Am Prodigy subbing in for Hobbs on the Tristana, and Beats by Pix on the Lulu.
Yeah, and right now they're just waiting for that little bit of Fnatic Death Bush, almost like hoping that ANI decides to do the ballsy pick and invade.
Yeah, we just see a early regular defense from ANI right now.
Well, certainly, they're just hoarding that Death Bush. As a massive Fnatic fan myself, I was born in the Death Bush.
Pinging each other.
Say what?
KMB pinging each other.
Most certainly. They are trying to just ANI trying to stay in their line of scrimmage. KMB trying to pull that bait, but doesn't really get it. It looks like the side of ANI is just determined not to invade at all this game. In fact, I don't think Chazzer or Blaine have moved at all since laning. Well, now Blaine moves as soon as I said that. Thanks for making me look like a fool there, Blaine.
Well, feels bad. Might as well cast now.
Not as bad as his KDA last game.
You didn't have to too early. Too early.
Too soon. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It wasn't anything against you. But we do see Jim Cantor started on the blue, and as does Bestrin. Looks like the junglers are just going to be mirroring each other across the map. It looks like they're going to be heading for those wolves, or maybe the chickens each. I've seen some early trading up top lane. And Karaoke chasing off Bulky.
Yeah. Bulky's starting with the Counter-Strike first.
Counter-Strike is usually the better way to go because of the fact you can avoid a lot of the early trading with that with the dodge mechanic and then turn it into an easy stun for some trading, but against the Norn W, you're not going to do much except for just take some free damage.
Early skirmishes going on bot.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's going to really merit anything of a kill, and there's that early auto attack just countering. But at the same time, that Ornn W doesn't do much at this level, so I think we're really going to do, but we already do see an invade from Jim Cantor.
Yeah, definitely going for the early clear I saw. Literally going from his blue buff straight to his red. It looks like he took...
It looks like he's trying to migrate his way up top lane, and Bulky Robo's a little bit out of position.
Trouble.
Jim Cantor hops in. He does have flash. He flashes in. So does Bestrin. Flag and drags in. Prodigy almost goes down, but in the end, no one dies on either side of the map. Both Prodigy and Bulky Robo manage to get away, but Beats by Pix better watch out, or else he's gonna take some feathers to the face.
Yeah, very good ward hop from Bulky in the max range, and then having to flash and Sinja dead. And then Blaine, he actually had the free feathers, but the third feather barely missed I'm a Prodigy to get the snare out.
That is definitely a feels bad man moment. So we are seeing a little bit more fight out of A&I than we did last game. We are also seeing another mid lane gank as Natho gets tagged up, and he's probably going to go down here. Oh, and the flash and the Q does take him down for first blood to Hiccup. As Karaoke Machine is trying to go in on Bulky there. Not really going to get much.
Wow, Nathan almost got so lucky. The Zinjao W actually missed him. Barely.
I was wondering if you were ahead of me there for a second because of the fact you did an exclamation. I wasn't sure what it was. I was like, wait, he can't have died yet.
Yeah, no, Zinjao missed the W.
Yeah, and Chazer's got to be careful. If that Tristana manages to land a satchel charge plus the Lulu Q, he's going to get killed. And he's got to be careful. But then again, so does the bot lane of KMB because they are also not in the best condition. But Chazar manages to get out there, escapes with a little bit of health. He's going to have to back. Unfortunately, that is going to be a little... Oh!
Unlucky.
And the Glitter Lance barely whiffs the Braum.
Yeah, I think Dig Knight from Lulu was a little ambitious, but it's all good.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah. Amen Ignite, baby.
All you have to do is just ignite. Yeah, I say just do it like Shia.
And then in the top lane, Jack is actually falling behind in CS to this Orin. Already, a little bit ago, he was 10 behind.
Well, like I said, you know how Hashinshin loves to complain about how weak Jax is. It's all he ever does. So, and we're seeing that here is how Jax is getting beaten by Ornn. That just does not favor Jax right now. It doesn't favor Bruce's top lane in general because they didn't really ever get that rune that they kind of needed to replace Fervor of Battle.
Yeah.
Fervor of Battle, you will be missed. Thunderlords, you will be missed too because you were so much better than either Comet or Electrocute.
Think so? I think Comet was pretty OP for a while. Especially in the bot lane. Ooh.
I prefer old Thunderlords by a lot.
Shout out to Kingsland Zareth. Getting me that elo, dude.
Kingsland. Playing the Zappy boy, I love it. Oh, but we do see a gank in the mid lane, and it just knocked up, locked up, knocked up again, and down goes Hiccup. That is only the second death he's had this series, and Natho looks like he's going to die too, and he does get down by Jim Cantor, who does go down in return. So overall, a 2-for-1 trade there. Bulky Robo trying to go in onto Karaoke Machine, and he's winning this one for now, but I don't know how long that's going to be, and the big ram comes in from the Call of the Forge God. And just the Volcanic Earth going in. Yep. Unbreakable, blocking up the shots here, but Chazer's easily going to be able to get away.
Very nice flash EQ combo on Bestrin. Very
good. In the top lane, I don't know if directed camera caught it, but Karaoke Machine just made a sick dodge away from the counter strike of Jax. I apologize, you were saying?
Bestrin had that very nice EQ flash combo on Hiccup in the mid lane.
Most certainly. I didn't even see that Bestrin was there until it was already too late. Yeah. By then, Hiccup was already dead. You could say that he sort of choked on his feet.
Yeah.
That was a very bad Hiccup joke.
Oh, looking again.
Hiccup has to be careful. He doesn't know that this is here, but also Bestrin himself is a little bit sandwiched here. So, I say that thing catches up to Zyra, but the Jingzhou is here. This could be a 2v2, and it looks like it is. Jingzhou's caught up. No damage is being dealt. That ultimate, gotta love it. And he looks like he's gonna get away. He's got the movement speed buff, but he gets rooted, and it doesn't last long enough.
Yeah.
Because Zyra's not an effective mid laner.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication from Nathan and Bestrin there, because they definitely could have turned on Hiccup there.
Yeah, and it looks like he gets knocked up, does Prodigy, and Bestrin looks like he's going to go down to the Ignite of Pix. And it looks like Chazar might be next. You never know, but Bulky Robo's fighting Karaoke in the top lane. They are waiting with this Death Bush again, but they catch him out. Chazar channels that stopwatch. Cantor has to get out of there. Chazar's got to be careful. He's gonna get killed if he isn't careful, but so is Pix. Everyone's low. and it looks like they will be able to get out without anybody else dying on either side.
Yeah, very good unbreakables from Chazar there. Definitely saving his life multiple times.
Oh, and such a good shockwave lands. But Jim Cantor still could go down to these plants. And so could Karaoke Machine to Bulky Robo. You never know. This could be a very dangerous fight for all parties involved. And oh, does he get it? Yes, he gets Bulky Robo there off of the ram. And Prodigy gets Chazar off of the shot. Deaths all around the map. But they're going the way of Karaoke Machine Broke.
Yeah, some very clutch moments from KMB right now. Barely surviving with any health.
Also, though, that should show you that despite the 1v1 power of Jax, this Ornn is still 20 CS up and a kill up. That might be showing the skill difference between the players, or it could just be showing that Jax is not a good champion right now.
Yeah, I mean, we see a CS lead in every single role, except for the supports.
But you tend to see that when it is Relic versus Frostfang. Another thing I've been kind of surprised about this game. The support items did change this patch, did they not?
Yes, they did. They upgraded.
You know what's beautiful about this? The fact that we don't have to see 80 carries taking Relic Shield anymore.
Thank God. I hated that meta as an ADC.
And you know what's going to be hated too? Jim Cantor's going to hate the fact that he's going to get hopped on by both Robo and Bestrin. He's going to go down here. Chazar doesn't get any participation, but he might be able to get Hiccup close enough. No. Hiccup is able to walk away. Robo and Bestrin are able to go in. It looks like they might be roaming up to the top lane to try and catch them a Karaoke Machine.
Yeah, very good capitalize on Jim by Bestrin and Bulky, especially when Jim had none of his solo lanes being pushed up.
Yeah, it was a little bit ballsy to be that far up and not to check for any sort of vision in the area. Everyone trying to lay down vision, trying to get that sort of edge. Put over Prodigy, whacking away at the minions, now whacking away at that tower. Gonna be close here. They might be able to get this tower for first tower.
They can. Yeah, they got it.
They can, and it'll be close, and they might lose a life for it.
Oh, but he.
As they go in, I say the Glacial Fissure comes down, but the rocket jump comes out. Pix trying to zone off for his 80 carry. He's got to go, but here comes Cantor, and Lane doesn't really have anywhere to go. Does get slowed up. Does get taken down by Prodigy's satchel charge.
And Chazar missed his Braum
Explosive charge.
His Frostbite onto Prodigy, and they couldn't chase it any more farther. And Jim just came down for the counter game, or not even a counter game, just response.
Yeah, a little bit of an early Glacial Fissure as well in that fight, as the side of A&I are looking to contest this dragon. It is a Cloud Drake though, so they really shouldn't try too hard, but they step a little bit far forward, get caught by the Shockwave, and they're going to get caught by the Ram as well. And Chazar goes down, and Bestrin is running for his life for fear of being next. A one overall, on both sides of the map, a 2 for 0 towards the side of KMB.
Yeah, KMB.
And a Drake as well.
Yeah, KMB.
And first tower.
Yeah, you're good. And KMB just had the Ornn teleport up, and Jax had no teleport up, so KMB just got to respond and win that fight easily. Even though Nathan put out massive damage, couldn't kill anybody.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Spellbook does lower the cooldown of summoner spells, correct?
Yes, it does.
That explains it why that teleport was up, whereas the Jax had, I would say, about another 60 seconds on his TP. I'm sorry, 120 seconds. I can't count. So we're now sitting here. There is a 4,000 gold lead for the side of KMB. There's a tower lead. They've got the kill lead. They've got a CS lead in every single role except for support. And we are seeing them about to take down another tower as Jingzhou and Tristana will easily be able to take this for tower number 2 of the game.
Yeah, KMB just using their comp right and rotating the Tristana around every lane, just taking all the towers. I'd like to see them try to get Rift Herald here and go mid and take that.
They might just try and do it, but Bestrin is in the area and he doesn't know that he's getting collapsed on. Yes, the Zyra is nearby, but that Zyra and Jarvan aren't enough to take down all 4 members of KMB who are in the area. Pix feeling like something's up, but he decides not to go for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Zyra plants actually gave it away. The passive went over the wall, and Lulu was able to see them.
Oh, rip. You see again, Zyra, not an effective mid laner.
Yeah, carrying her own self.
I'm just gonna bash on this pick because out of all the support mages, I feel like she makes the worst mid laner out of the bunch. Like, you have chip picks like Brand that do better, but in the meantime, we will fight the top lane. Chazar take it down to about 50% of his health before the explosive charge, which goes off, takes him a bit below it, but causes him and Blaine to have to back off here and just give up more ground to Prodigy and Pix. They are just dominating their matchup, and they're dominating this game.
Yeah, definitely. We see again the Tristana Lulu duo coming again, a rise in the meta, since Tristana's such a good ADC right now.
Most certainly. I wouldn't necessarily call Lulu the best meta pick, though, as it seems to be mostly engaged tank supports or just generally tanky supports. Picks like Tarek, picks like Tom Kench, like the Braum, the Thresh, picks like that. And we are seeing them go after this mid lane tier 1. Looks like they might be able to get it. Chaz's Unbreakable will go down soon, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to get the tower. The wave clear coming out and just able to push them off of it.
Yeah, Tristan just bringing it down to half health with just the EQ combo.
Tristana, the best tower taking AD carry in the game due to her explosive charge, able to be applied to towers. No, I'm not counting Ziggs as an AD carry.
And then Tristana just going back and opting to buy the IE instead of doing the BF Zeal combo first.
Oh. At the moment, though, I don't know if he needs it, but oh, that was a risky play by Chazar, and it does not pay off. It gets him killed, and it probably will cost him the life of his support too. But oh my God, what a plan, set of plants there. What an AoE combo from the side of ANI. Very good counterplay, but Natho still looks like he's going to go down, and so is Robo if he's not careful. But the plants almost get, man, Prodigy almost gets him. Vestrin manages to take down Jim Cantor. Karaoke Machine out for blood here, but Blaine is still at mostly full health. He can still zone off and deal out some damage. Overall, a 2 for 3 because of the fact that Chazar decided to get super risky and dive under tower.
Yeah, Chaser just flashed under the tower and completely missed his Braum ultimate. Luckily though, Nafel hit a double E and then ulted. And then there's follow-up. But KMB still get the better outcome of it since Ornn was still at full health.
Most certainly do. That Ornn's such a powerful champion in terms of just his sheer utility between percent health damage, a slow, a knock-up, a dash, and another AoE knock-up that he can redirect that comes with an 80% slow, plus the damage that comes from the brittle. Ornn's such a valuable champion to have. Oh, and Blaine has left the game. So the only member of the enemy the only member of ANI who could wave clear is now, he's off the server.
Yeah, not a good sign when you're down a man in a game of League of Legends. Especially when it's with one of your main damage sources.
Most certainly, this is quite a bit of unfortunate compause league levels of pausing in this series. We're just trying to see if Blaine can get his internet in check. So, TSM 0-4?
They do have a tough league. I could see it. Let's talk about Cloud9 4-0.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch there.
Oh.
I think you're underrating the mastery that is Echo Fox and 100 Thieves. I honestly still think that if any team has a potential to go 4-0 this week, it is probably Team Liquid. Actually, no, I'm going to pick Echo Fox because they're playing TSM, so free win.
The only way. I only see Cloud9 losing is because Licorice has to go up against Someday and Huni in the same weekend. It's definitely going to be a test for him. What about Optic? I was impressed by Optic. I think they should have won the TSM game. Or I
You
mean,
mean the
the
liquid game?
liquid game. The liquid game.
I
Yeah.
don't think. I think that was more so because they were underestimated by Liquid, but at the same time, I think that Optic is going to be a better team than people thought. I just don't see them as being a good team. I guess them being, I would say, right at about seventh place. I think is a good spot where they might end up. With of course TSM at ninth, Golden Guardians at 10th.
Yeah. Golden Guardians is definitely an interesting team.
Yeah. What can I say, guys? I don't like TSM.
I agree. I don't like TSM either, and I hate TSM fans more.
They're almost as bad as FaZe fans in any shooter game ever, or Optic fans. Then again, the Optic League of Legends fans actually haven't been too bad so far. So let's look at that as a positive.
I've been impressed by the FlyQuest fans. I mean, they were at it with the TSM fans and the chants during their games.
Then again, FlyQuest does finally have a halfway decent squad instead of a bunch of veterans who couldn't really string together much success because of the fact that they were far past their prime.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Golden Guardians basically became the new FlyQuest.
Yeah, true.
It's weird to think of the fact that after week one, we're heading into a week 2 with TSM at 2-0 and I'm saying 0-2 and Liquid at 2-0.
Yeah.
And freaking Echo Fox undefeated. How the hell does that happen?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Hooney.
Yeah, I mean, is this the split they finally get into the playoffs, Echo Fox? Is this finally the split? Team Liquid get into Worlds?
It better happen. I am a massive Liquid fan, and I am just, I would love to see it happening. Also, one player who has particularly impressed me so far in the LCS, I have to say, you focused on Licorice. I think Anda was particularly impressive.
Oh yeah, I have been hearing a lot of talk. He did perform well. He has been getting some praise.
I mean, he was a backup to Xmithy on Immortals, so you are a backup to, at the time, the best jungler in the league, I would say, like, as a overall team player. So I think that while you didn't do too well against Echo Fox, I don't really blame that as much on Anda, because his entire team wasn't necessarily doing well. You weren't getting very good positioning at a Keen. Stunt was basically feeding, and we are now back in the game. It looks like the pause is over. We are not completely... We will not stay paused for 20 minutes, and of course, right as I say that, we pause again. Hiccup is gone now.
Wow.
His internet decided to choke. The subtlety of my Hiccup joke game is amazing. As my co-caster has been rendered silent by the hilarity of my joke.
I'm just confused right now.
About why this is paused still?
Yes. Man, so many pauses this series.
Pause, pause, pause. If we paused anymore, I think we were playing freeze tag.
Oh, we're resuming. Wait, did Hiccup reconnect?
It does seem like we are resuming, and Hiccup has reconnected. He is moving back towards the mid lane.
I did not get the notification that Hiccup had reconnected.
Hiccup isn't changing course. Is he? Yes, he is back. He is auto-attacking and casting abilities.
Yes.
So it does appear that Hiccup has reconnected. We just did not get the notification. So here, what do you expect from both teams, like, looking in towards this mid game now?
Now that I definitely try and see somebody try to take the Rift Herald or the next straight that comes up in 50 seconds. But I think
certainly.
What KMB could do is let A&I take the dragon, and they could probably get the mid push down and respond.
Also, one thing to note is that Jax works particularly well with Rift Herald because he is a phenomenal split pusher. Then again, actually, Jax isn't phenomenal at anything at the moment. I love crapping on that champion. Yeah, right now we're just sort of seeing a little bit of battle of wave clear. That Feather Storm was just satisfying to watch. Or that Blade Caller was satisfying to watch, not Feather Storm.
Yeah, Blaine catching up in CS actually. actually gained the lead by 20.
A far cry from last game, and Bestrin has to be careful. But Jim decided to back off because he saw Jarvan and Braum in the area, knowing that Zyra was nearby too, and that Zaya probably wasn't far behind. He decided that it was not the best idea to try and go for that fight. As they're now trying to fight over the vision game around the Baron, that Zyra is waiting in the wings, but so is the Jin Zhao and the Ori. Just in there, it's like, hey, get out of that bush. We see you.
Yeah, we're starting to see the top laners walk down.
Sorry. You were saying?
We'll see if anything happens from this.
Yeah, Jax going back top lane. They both do have teleport. But at the same time, the fact of the matter is it is now a 4v5. Jax doesn't have a really good place to teleport right now. He does have that ward in the middle of the fight, but it'll take him a bit to get there, especially if the Forge God does call his Ram here. Go ahead and call. Oh my god, the knockup!
Beautiful knockup.
That was a beautiful knockup, and Bestrin is in far too deep. He's going to go down to the explosive charge here in a second. And Karaoke Machine does get stunned. Boki Robo stuns him back, but it is still a 1-for-0. And it is the jungler, so that will result in a dragon, provided Karaoke Machine doesn't dive in too deep and get himself killed. He's got the shield, pickups low health too, so this is a very risky thing. Oh my god, Karaoke Machine just went too far in. And he manages to get out, but he goes back in! Chazler's now stuck too far, and it's going to probably be Chazler going down now. He goes down to the command attack. And overall, a 2-for-0 for the side of KMB. They're just getting the best of ANI at every moment in the series, even when it seems like that. And Jim Cantor's in the back line. What a knockback. What a bunch of damage. The knockup comes from the Ornn. And the Prodigy is chasing down Zaya. Probably not the best idea, seeing as he's taking tower aggro. And he's going to die to the tower with the Zaya getting the kill credit. Yeah, overall, it was a, I want to say, actually, it might have been 4. No, it was a 3-for-2.
Yeah, we saw Bestrin at the very
4-for-2.
Yeah, we saw Bestrin at the very beginning going a little bit too deep because the enemy team got hit by the Ori ultimate. But a very good Braum shield from Chazar to stop the Ornn ultimate.
Very much so, and also I would like to take a moment to appreciate how good of an Ornn knockup that was by Karaoke Machine. Did not even need the call of the Forge God in that exchange. Just purely decided, I've got that pillar there. I'm going in.
Yeah.
I say oh god, like Wild Turtle, I will be the front line. Except for Karaoke Machine actually has the health to back it up. Now sitting at a clean 1-0-6. Certainly an extremely valuable player in this game for his team.
Yeah.
Ooh, the side of ANI does have a little bit of a pincer around mid lane, and they don't really have the counter vision. Does KMB to sort of contest that? Yeah, they really just have to walk away from that mid lane.
Yeah, we only see 2 control wards in the item slots of ANI right now.
Yeah, we only see 2 on the side of KMB as well, and we are seeing them contest the ward game. Chazzer almost getting knocked into tower range by his mid laner, and the side of KMB wisely chooses to give up this tower to the 5-man stack of ANI, who might be giving up their own mid lane tower. As a result, the push is on. I don't know that the Jarvan can stop this, and that's going to be a mid lane tier 1 for the bot lane tier 1. I don't know if ANI really thought about that all the way through.
Yeah, very good response by KMB, noticing that 5 people are top lane just for that bot tower.
Most certainly, and the stun from Boki Robo does miss Karaoke Machine, and they are rotating to the top lane. This is going to probably be a top lane tier 2 going down. Ooh, in quick fashion, but a Glacial Fissure with a flash comes in. The knockback from the Buster Shot saves them, and the tower is saved for now. Tristana jumps out, and overall, the tower managed to live, but Jim Cantor is too bloodthirsty at the moment, trying to dive under tower, gets rooted up, and he just protects himself from the damage. There's not much he can really do at that point. Sir, you are not a Jarvan. Stop playing like it.
Yeah, I mean, Chaser just flashed in there. It was a nice knockup, but like his team was not with him, and then Bulky tried to teleport, and then the Ornn just stopped it.
Oh, that would have been far different if Natho had been any closer because of the fact that he could have gotten the Stranglethorn to follow up. And then followed up by the...
Oh.
Oh, the Fnatic Death Bush is
Oh,
on. And they seem to have caught Blades there. Beats by Pix, manages to do a wild growth on himself. But the two carries of KMB are alive, and Chazar gets taken down. Hiccup is low. Prodigy is running. And it seems like he will be able to deal out some damage on Natho but he doesn't manage to get the kill, but does get taken down himself. Overall, a 2-for-1 in favor of ANI. But in the meantime, you see Jim. He's taken the mid lane tier 1 as Bestrin is chasing down this Orianna.
Yeah, definitely think.
He's got it. And that's just going to be...
Wait.
Hiccup managing to prove me wrong. Bestrin, I caster cursed you. I am sorry, boss. Don't fire me. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, what a escape there.
Yeah, very KMB taking that freebie too, but luckily Jim was in the mid lane and I didn't even notice him. He just took a second tier tower for free.
I think the major thing about this series is the rotations of KMB are just superior to that of ANI at the moment.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And that Vision game being contested around Baron, all of the blue wards are getting taken out here. So this is going to be a dark quadrant of the map if you are the side of ANI. They can prepare a Death Bush, but instead they are deciding to go onto the Baron. That is a Xayah in a bot lane. This should be a Baron over to KMB, or at least a one team fight, as it is a 4v5 without the AD carry. The Ornn goes in. He puts down the Bellows Breath. Lulu's going in. The Xin Zhao's going in. Jim is on to Chazar. He gets taken down.
Oh, wait.
And the Ornn is coming in. What a knockup. But hey, and there is about to go Blaine. A knockup onto Natho. Natho goes down. So does Hiccup. Oh my god, what a cataclysm. And then Bulky Robo is next. And it looks like still, Blaine is still up. He's still dealing out damage. But Karaoke Machine is practically untouched. He can fight this 2v1 almost. And the Blade Caller just nails Beats by Pix right in the face. But at the same time, Bestrin's going to go down to Karaoke Machine. He's got to be careful here. Blaine can't really stop him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what the dodge. And he's probably going to get out here because of that knockback. Oh, but he chooses not to take the blast plant. But still, Karaoke Machine is still here. Oh, just hit the plant.
Just go to mid lane. Go to mid lane. Just go mid lane. Just take it.
Oh, and what a chaotic fight. And Karaoke Machine has still not died this game.
Yeah, Natho won that fight. He had a free man root, and then he hit his ultimate. And Tristan was just stuck in there, getting taken down to half health. And then Blaine just, like, carrying ANI and picking up the team fight.
Blaine is playing very good cleanup. He's positioning much better than he was in the previous game. Granted, he's on a much easier champion to position with on the Xayah. And there's a free Infernal Drake over to the side of KMB after they lost that original fight. However, you have to think now, if you are the side of KMB, do you position a lot more carefully in the next fight so not to get hit by Natho? Yes, that Zyra isn't going to be dealing out much damage here, but it's still going to be dealing out a lot of CC for Blaine to be able to clean up there.
Yeah, KMB was really grouped up there. Team fight. And then I was surprised that Blaine actually chasing after the Ornn, knowing he doesn't have the damage to take him down yet, instead of just going to take down the mid-turn.
He could have most certainly taken down the Ornn, I believe, because of the fact that Ornn, yes, he has armor, but I don't think he would have had enough to withstand the crits, especially with that last Whisper item in the Lord Dominic's regards already in the inventory.
Interesting, my game froze there for a second. Sorry for the difficulties, but we are caught back up now.
It is quite fine, my friend. We were picked on the fly anyway. Honestly, I almost didn't cast this because of the fact that I was tired from work, but I was like, hey, I'll cast. I didn't get to cast this week. I'll cast twice this week. So now we are seeing Beats by Pix and Bestrin sort of in this dance around Vision, but the Vision game is going over to the side of ANI. Trying to take down the Scuttle to establish more. That 4-stack is setting up there, but we have that Jax split pushing top.
Yeah, we're definitely going to start seeing a Baron dance here. Oh, but...
Oh, this is risky. with Jim Cantor being right on top of Bestrin. But then again, oh, and here comes the call of the Forge God. Bulky Robo's right in the middle of 4. He gets taken down. And then there goes the carry. There goes Blaine. Bestrin's next. He gets slowed up. And it looks like Pix could take him down on his own. But Prodigy gets the kill. Chazzer and Nathan. What is it? What the hell is that? Oh my god, the knockup. What happened to Prodigy?
He just disappeared. I didn't even notice he died. Wait.
Where did he go? It was one of those things where Nathan, you sir are a magician. Now you see the AD carry. Now you don't because he's dead.
Wow. Very impressive.
Overall, a 3-for-1 by the side. I'll say for the side of KMB. But the momentum definitely swung back over to the side of ANI at the end there because they were able to stop that Baron dance. If Prodigy had still been alive, you'd have to think that that would have been a Baron for the side of KMB.
Yeah, Bestrin and Blaine pretty aggressive into the enemy jungle, getting caught by Zen Zhao and then the Ornn ultimate, but Nathan and Chase are hiding in the bush, just surprising Prodigy and just blowing him up.
Yeah, and I will say I am extremely impressed with ANI this game. Instead of rolling over and dying like the Vikings in an NFC championship, they are actually giving us a game here in the second round. I'm sorry, I had to take that shot.
I'm more sad that the Saints didn't make it.
Oh, hush. I'm a Ravens fan. Deal with it. Oh, Jim Cantor and beats by picks. Seem to have found themselves an AD carry. That is Isaiah, who might not be long for this world. But there's a Braum there. He does not have flash. He does flash away, and also he manages to get away there. But Bulky Robo just cannot take down Karaoke Machine at this point. Between the max health damage of Ornn and the sheer tankiness he has with 3 armor items, and Jim Cantor is on top of him. That's a shockwave. Chazzer's taken low. And he's probably going to be taken down here in a second. No, he gets away! And Jim Cantor goes down instead! Beats by Pix is trapped in the Cataclysm. Oh my god, that was a good outplay there. And Beats by Pix barely manages to get away. That DOT ticking down, but not able to get the kill. As the Baron is probably going to be started up here by the side of ANI. They could probably take this without the enemy jungler there to smite for another 30 seconds. And the support it being so low, you'd have to think that this is a free Baron.
Yeah, I think Jim's, a little too ambitious running at the enemy team.
Oh, and there's the bait. The Fnatic Death Punch with Chazzer goes down. Karaoke Machine is still up, and there's his first death of the game. Bulky Robo, not long for this world either as he goes too far, but oh my god, the damage!
Wow.
Just getting taken down. KMB, instead of going for the Baron, they go for the fight and decide to go for it, but get killed in result. As now, that was a 4 versus, oh my god, that wasn't even 4, what was it? No, it was all 4. That was a 4 versus 5, and it was a 4-for-1 in that second set of the fight. So this is now a free Baron for the side of KMB. ANI had their chance, and they chose to fight instead.
Yeah, and I just had a very good catch out on Karaoke, but Bulky just goes in and flashes onto Prodigy with his counter check, but gets ulted away and just dies. And then Blaine just gets one-shotted by the Orianna.
That was about 50% of Blaine's health with 2 abilities. Between the command attack and the command dissonance, that was a lot of health done. It was certainly quite a bit of damage there. You take over for a moment, I'm out of breath, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, this just definitely starting to get ramped up with the Lulu. I mean, on 4 items now with GA, so she knows she'll be safe. And then Hiccups has a strong point also, just being able to one-shot Blaine now, and probably Nathan also.
Most likely, it seems so. Being up 2 levels on some of the enemy team members. Chaz are lagging behind now at only level 12. And Karaoke Machine leading the charge at level 17. There's definitely a lot of advantages here for KMB with a 7,000 gold lead. In a 4th Drake under their belt. When that Infernal Drake... I'm sorry, when that Elder Drake spawns at... I would say with that next Drake spawn, it will be quite a big, Elder Dragon for the side of KMB.
Well, I just noticed Jim decided to go to buy the Molten Fusion item early.
Ooh!
Very surprised.
The Trinity Fusion!
Yeah, no, not very common since not a lot of people see it as worth getting an early Ord item, just waiting until like super late game to get one.
Ooh, it does give him an extra bonus on health, mana, attack speed, damage, and movement speed. So it could potentially be worth. We'll have to see. Here's the test of how it goes. That 1v1 versus a Jax. Two of the champions that just, when they're in the jungle, they auto farm till 20 minutes. But it doesn't end up in either of them dying. And this is a 4v1. I say 4-1 that A&I definitely can try and defend it against, but I don't know how well it's going to work. Oh, they're rotating down bot lane, but Jim Cancer's getting the best of that fight despite being a level down. It looks like he can take down that Jax, and Prodigy's here. That's a lot of damage onto the enemy and a lot of damage onto that tower as it goes down.
And Prodigy just tanking the tower and taking it down with 4 autos.
Absolutely zero cares were given that day. And the glacial fissure just sets them up for a shockwave. Doesn't really do really much damage. The Cataclysm, the re-engage, the Blade Caller, it's doing a lot of damage. The Tristana's Guardian Angel pops, and she's going to be able to get out though with the rocket jump as Vestrine almost goes down here, and it's still a 5v4 in favor of KMB as they start to reset. Blaine stepping up, and looks like they're just going to let it reset here for a second. Let me regain my voice, but Karaoke Machine goes in. He gets Blaine with the knockup, and he manages to get Chazar with the Volcanic Eruption, and then they get the tower. They're going to get the inhibitor, and this potentially could be game.
Yeah, we saw another very good knockup by Karaoke, but A&I tried to get the Renage, but they wasted so much time waiting for the Tristana to get back alive from her GA.
Yeah, what an Ori shockwave there. That was a phenomenal ultimate in that fight. And also, thank you, Hiccup, for spoiling the game.
I'm going to guess A&I. I'm going to take the no response as a right answer. Wow. Hiccup just going on Vestrine.
Sorry about that. I apologize. I was berating some of the members of these teams for talking while the game is still on stream. And Natho gets blown up by Jim Cantor. I'm not even sure I've been pronouncing that name correctly the entirety of the series. But honestly, right now, I don't care. It's right now just closing in. It's looking like that chokehold is being applied onto A&I. They are 10,000 gold down. And it looks like that final push is going down. And the Ori is for some reason going to the top lane. No, Hiccup is returning to the mid lane. And that tower is going to go down. But Bulky Robo tries to go in. Chaz are up too far again. If he dies here, that'll be his 9th death of the game. And the knockup does get the AD carry. Almost hit him with another knockup. Bulky Robo gets Buster Shot back. And overall, this is just going to be the game here with 2 members down. An inhibitor down already. A Nexus tower down is about to fall as well to the minions. Overall, KMB just showing their dominance here in this series, and they are going to have a clean 2-0 over A&I. Or are they? This game is not quite over yet. The auto attack's coming down. Prodigy still trying to survive here and manages to get that final hit before it goes down. Natho, however, does go down. And we do see KMB 2-0 A&I.
Just a very another clean series or clean game from KMB.
Most certainly. And overall, this was a very clean series fought by KMB, particularly by a certain player. Who is your MVP of this series?
Definitely gotta say Hiccup, especially if the first game just
really
popping off on Talia and then his Orioles later.
How can you not pick Karaoke Machine?
I don't know, I just saw the Talia first game just popping off.
Holy, you are robbing Karaoke Machine here. I mean, Hiccup would have been my next pick, but Holy, I think Karaoke Machine far and above deserved that thing. Jim, you got game 1, but game 2 you sucked. Okay, you did not do nearly as well game 2. All right, guys. So that's it for us tonight. We will see you on Sunday with with week 6 of Champions League, where I will be casting someone who I don't know because I don't know the vote tally up yet. But we will have some production quality. No interview because of the fact that this is a recorded game, guys. I'm sorry, but it still or the secondary game. But we are signing off. Do you have anything last things you want to say, Teej?
Nope. Just a good game from KMB. Very clean.
Most certainly. And I am Hypertension.
And I am Tej.
And we will see you next time.